Hi, I am Soumitra Bhomik Malay. Today I am presenting a presentation. Welcome to my presentation. And my presentation topic is manual simulation using event scheduling. And I am from Daffodil International University, and my ID is 172151517. And this presentation is going to present by Soumitra Bhomik Malay and submitted to our Honorable Ma'am Tania Khatun Ma'am. So let's go. So first of all, I am presenting some content which will be described in next slide. And first content is what is simulation, types of simulation, discuss about discrete simulation and process of event scheduling. So let's go. What is simulation? Actually, at first we have to know the meaning or definition of simulation. A simulation is approximate imitation of operation of a process or system that represent the operating over the time. Actually, simulation is used in many contexts, such as simulation of technology for performance, turning on optimization, safety engineering, testing, and video gaming, training, education, etc. Then types of simulation. Actually, there are 4 types of simulation. First of all, risk analysis simulation, agent based modeling and simulation, discrete event simulation, and system dynamic simulation. In this presentation, I am talking about the discrete event simulation. So let's go. Discrete event simulation. Here is the structure. Discrete simulation. There are 3 trees: child, event scheduling, process interaction, active scanning. That is the discrete simulation process. And there are some component of this discrete event simulation. First one is event list. So what is event list? A list of event noticed for the future event, which is ordered by the time of occurrences, known as further event list. Second one is activity. So what is activity? Activity, a duration of time, specified length, which is known as activity. Then what is delay time? Delay time means a duration of unspecified undefined length, which is not known until its end. It's known as delay. And clock, a variable representing the simulation time. That's mean clock time. Okay, let's go. Here I am discussing about an example of event scheduling process, that is dump truck problem. And here is given 3 table. First one is distribution of loading time for dump truck, distribution of travel time for dump truck, and distribution of waiting time for dump truck. And here is 3 time given, that is the value of loading time, waiting time, and travel time. If this table is not generated in the question, then we have to generate this table by the random digit which is given in the question. And here is 6 track which is containing some product and which is taking product from this loading sector and This is the waiting sector where the loading track wait for the scaling, and here the scaling sector. Here is one scaler which is scaling the track, and then it pass the track into the road, and it travel to the first loader queue and wait until the loader are free. There is two loader. If there is one loader will be free, then the free loader queue release the track and release the track for loading. If both loader are busy, then the track wait in the queue until the loader release the track. After that it wait here for scaling. This is the process which is going to which is running for some time. In the question paper there will be given the simulation time. Here is also a time which containing the track, and there is some loading time, there is some waiting time and scaling time. And let's go for solving this problem. Here is a table and I draw it. Here is the clock time, here is the loading queue time, here is the L for loader time, WQ for waiting time, and it scaler time or wait time, loader queue. That's mean the track, which track is loading, which track is waiting for loader, it's available in this sector. And this is the waiting queue which is containing the track for the scaler, and this is the further event list. That's mean further process which process is gonna be further processing, that's event list contain that value. And BL for busy loader and BS for busy for. So first of all we know that we have given six track, 2 track are loading and 1 track are scaling. So let's think that this is DT1, that's mean dump track 1, and this is dump track 2, this is dump track 3, and 4, 5 and 6 waiting is in this loader queue. So here is the thing, loader queue containing DT4, DT5 and DT6. Then it passes through the waiting queue into the scaler. In this future event list, the EL for end of loader and EW for end of waiting. So in the given sector, from this scenario and using this table we can find this value. End of loader DT5 needs 5 minutes, end of load DT2 needs 10 minutes, and end of waiting DT1 needs 12 minutes. Then we have to find out the lowest value in this sector, that is DT3, and we take it into the clock time. And BL means busy of loader. In this sector there is no loader is busy, that's why 0, and say as well as its value is 0. And after 5, putting this 5, we have to check that DT3 complete its loading time, then it's wait into the queue for the scaling, because already a truck is scaling in the in this sector. That's why DT3 cannot pass into the scaler. That's why it's wait in the waiting queue, and after that a loader queue pass a truck into the loader time, and it's that is DT4, because DT4 is the first come first serve. That's why DT4 DT4 come first, then it pass through the loader and loader. That's why DT4 need 5 minutes and clock time is 5 minutes get from this table, 5 minutes get from this table, and 10 minutes because BL 10 minutes because here is 5 minutes and 0 minutes. That's difference is 5 minutes, and BL for in busy loader, here is 2 loader is busy. That's why 2 into 5, that's mean 10, and here is 1 waiting, here is 1 scaler that is consuming time. That's why it's need only 1 scaler. That's why it's need only 5 minutes, 5 into 1. And as the same process we can solve this area, and we can continue this simulation until the process is finished. That's all. Thank you everyone for watching my video. That's all. Thank you.